I'm Heather Linhart Wallace, and I found Faith Promise several years ago in a snowstorm. I was going through some things in life and decided that I needed to go to church, and I found one that I wanted to go to, and it was at a later time, so I grabbed some breakfast and I went to the parking lot at the Expo Center. When I was sitting there, I realized that the Expo Center, there was a sign that said Faith Promise Church. I went in at the 11 o'clock service and I fell in love. I decided that was the church for me. After attending the first week or two, I decided that I liked it so much I wanted to see what I could do with serving. I found a spot in FP Kids, serving as the 3rd grade small group leader. And that's what helped give me the confidence to know that I could be a small group leader too. So I started a small group with women, and I lived on Morning Glory Road. So we decided to call ourselves the Glory Girls. We did life together. We had a lot of things that we experienced together. We all grew, and there were just a lot of relationships with those ladies that I still have today that have made me the person that I am. But the interesting thing was my family started to notice the change. My daughter in particular.
She just had this whole new glow about her. She had a small group and she had all these lady friends and she would talk about them all the time, and it was a whole new life for her. But she was happy and she had this whole new demeanor about her. However, even when she would invite me, Sundays were my days off. It was the day that I had to rest. I didn't want to get up early and go to church. So most of the time my kids would spend the night with her on Saturday night so I could sleep in on Sunday, and they would go to church and I would see them after church.
Hailey had some things going on in her life, and I urged her to lean into God, that God can move mountains. The Glory Girls would always do our prayers at the end. We would hold hands sometimes, but we always wrote our prayers down. We wrote them in a book. For a long time, my prayer would always be for Hailey to come to know God, to have a relationship with Him.
So I was a waitress at Nick and Jay's Cafe, and I worked literally 6 o'clock in the morning until almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday through Saturday. One day, a promiser had came in and asked me, as I was getting their drink order and their food order, how he could pray for me as they blessed their meal. And I was in shock. Honestly, nobody had ever asked me that. And I remember saying my finances and for my kids. Truthfully, I kind of was just hoping for a big tip. But thankfully, God had more in store than that.
That is when Hailey finally started to put her faith into God. She started coming to church. I remember it was a Mother's Day, and she said, "Mom, I think I might start coming every week." And it was then that she really dove in and got to learn more about God for herself. I was able to call all those ladies and thank them for their prayers for all those years that Hailey finally came to know Christ and was baptized.
Truly, it was all a God thing, because then I'm also in church now. My mom's small group just prayed, and she had told me that she was praying for me to come to church, and to look back now, how much that prayer really did mean to me and how much it helped is amazing. Because my mom stumbled across Faith Promise at the Expo Center and found her small group and the consistency she had with praying for me and inviting me to church, and then a stranger praying for me. Now I'm sitting here talking to you as a Christian, and I want to make the same impact that she did on my life.